Just recently, the director for Godzilla 2 King of the Monsters had an interview claiming that there will be other monsters implemented into the upcoming film. He claimed, quote, "I do need to design some new monsters for this one, beyond our initial 4. So he's speaking on behalf of Rodan, Mothra, King Ghidorah, and Godzilla. And as far as I understand it, those are the only 4 in which were purchased from Toho to have the rights to use in a legendary film so far. So it's most likely the case that these will be new created kaiju by the legendary monsterverse. And as many of you probably know, the Muto were created by Legendary, and they made for a pretty damn interesting monster. What I found intriguing about them was the fact that, in my opinion, their design was relatively believable, and their reproduction abilities seemed to be effective. And it was especially interesting how the male Muto, although smaller than the female, was able to fly, and they utilized things like echolocation to discover one another. I found this very intriguing and made for some interesting visuals. They reminded me of some monstrous bat-like creatures, and the way they dealt with humanity was absolutely horrid. So I wonder what they're going to come up with for this upcoming film as additional monsters. Might we see the Muto again? Perhaps some of the eggs survived, but I speculate it's going to be something beyond that. We know that Rodan will most likely come from a volcanic region. Therefore, I wonder if any other nasty sort of creatures are going to come out of that volcanic pit. Perhaps other flying Troodon-like kaiju, or something more nasty, humongous bug-like creatures that wreak havoc on the civilizations around them. That would make for some terrifying scenes, but it would have a rather disgusting nature to it, in my opinion, although that might be necessary. And we know that King Ghidorah currently is frozen beneath the Arctic. Might we have then some other Arctic-like creatures, monsters of the frozen lands? Maybe some weird polar bear-like monstrous creatures that somehow were dwelling in the underground caves. Whatever the case, these additional monster creatures will most likely have a negative impact on humanity, and it's going to be damn interesting to see how they interact with them and how they deal with them. But what do you guys think? What sort of added creatures would you like to see in this film? And what type of roles would you wish for them to play? Let me know in the comments section below. And like this damn video if you haven't yet, for I am the Iceman. More videos to come.